Ladies and gentlemen, the following feature contest, tag team action, is set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Japan, accompanied by Sonny Ono, Kanemoto, and Shinjiro Otani.
Kanemoto and Otani in our main event. There you see Sonny Ono, who is now accompanying the stars of New Japan Pro Wrestling. There's Otani, and followed in by Kanemoto.
You know what they refer to them as in Japan?
What's that?
Oki, and whatever the word is for stars. These men are going to be big stars. Oki means big. I don't know if you knew that or not. I speak just enough Japanese to get by.
I want to get your reaction to the fact that we now know the 7 men who will represent World Championship Wrestling in the World Cup of Wrestling. Our thanks to Gene Oakland in the control center. We go back now to David Henzer.
Their opponents, Marcus Bagwell, Scotty Riggs, the American Man.
How about this, Brain? Scott Norton, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Lex Luger. Those are only 4 of the names, plus the Nature Boy Ric Flair. How about that? And Sting and Johnny B. Bad.
We're going down the toilet, Tony.
What do you mean?
We don't stand a chance.
Why don't you go tell Ric Flair that? You being a good friend of Ric Flair.
I don't mean it that way. I mean Flair and Sting aren't going to get along. Guerrero and Benoit don't get along.
Wait a second. They don't have to get along.
Yeah, they're going after one thing, to win for America.
That's right. They're going to have one match, one singles match. They're not tag teaming. They don't have to be in the same dressing room together.
No, but they have to think as a team. That's why the Japanese are ahead of us.
They do not have to think as a team.
They make better cards, better televisions. They make better golf equipment, anything they put their mind on doing, they win at. We're going down the toilet now. You can't trust Sting. Flair and him aren't going to get along, and they got to think as a team.
Well, fans, you know, you can take the side you want to take, and I know from my experiences in this sport that New Japan Pro Wrestling has some of the greatest stars in the world. Guys like Jushin Thunder Liger, like the Great Muta, like Mr. Saito. They are some of the greatest stars in the world, and we've seen them here before, and they'll be going after the World Cup of Wrestling. Kanemoto and Otani to go up in this tag team matchup against the American Males, the former tag team champions. It's going to be Otani to start out against Mark Bagwell.
You know, and I'm not just singing the praise of the Japanese because because I'm paving the way for them. It's because they're truly great athletes.
Good standing switch by Mark Bagwell on Otani.
Are those Speedos he's wearing?
I don't know. Would you get back to the match here? And Otani comes out of it nicely with a full-on dragon twist.
You got to start washing them in cold water.
Let me say this, Breen. In Starrcade, in the 7 matches, the first team that wins the 4 matches will win the World Cup of Wrestling. You know that the Japanese are experts in mat wrestling. So you're going to have to be good mat wrestlers to be successful. And I think with guys like Benoit, with Guerrero, with Sting, Johnny B. Bad, Ric Flair, I think we've got a great contention.
Yeah, if they can all think for one goal to win the World Cup, of course that'll work. But these men are dedicated athletes. Listen to the way he's kicking them.
Elbow to the midsection. Look at this.
You know, and they also have now taken their style of mat wrestling, and they've adapted some of the American styles. They'll come off that top rope. You know, Liger, he'll go dive over that top rope to the floor. He'll do the same as the Americans. They're going to be very, very hard to beat. We've embarrassed ourselves again. Well, we just have Hirohito run against Clinton.
Pulling on the arm. You see, you're trying to make this a political thing, and it's not. It's an athletic competition. That's all it is.
I never involve politics.
Oh, you do so. You're the biggest instigator I know. Now the double team on Kanemoto. And it's Scotty Riggs in. Riggs, who is quite a sensation in this sport, a virtual unknown who teamed up with Mark Bagwell to make the American Males. A week later, they were the World Tag Team Champions. And look at that drop kick.
Right on the money. But see, he waits that second there, half a second, reacting to the people and his partner, you know, that yay, give him yippee-yi-o-ki-yay, whatever he does. Yeah. He should go and cover the man.
And I agree with that. There you go. You're right about that, Brain.
There's something wrong then.
So with you, maybe.
You agree with me, there's something wrong.
Maybe with me. Kanemoto sent him into Shinjiro Otani, and Otani got the knee up.
What are you getting me for Christmas?
Same thing I got you last year.
You didn't give me anything last year.
There you go. And here he goes into the corner.
You're a deadbeat.
Not a deadbeat. I'm the only announcer who puts up with you on a regular basis.
You won't offend me with cash.
I know I won't.
You're a deadbeat.
There's a drop kick. Will you take Jamaican money?
Yes.
I thought you would. I have some left over from a Christmas vacation of 3 years ago.
And you went to Omaha.
That's why I've got a lot of Jamaican money left.
Well, these men have a lot of money. The Japanese train their people properly. They spend a fortune on conditioning and training. They're going to kick our butts.
Well, that remains to be seen. The World Cup of Wrestling, it will be held in one of the greatest American cities of all time, Nashville, Tennessee, on our turf. That's where it's going to be held.
Oh, every woman in town wears a hat with a price tag on it. Don't embarrass us and send us there. Half the people haven't made the last payment on their teeth.
I guess you want to have it in Tokyo.
I think it would be impartial. Yes, it'd be fair.
Yeah, shoot.
And I know a nice little sushi bar there off the Ginza.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Nashville, Tennessee. Mark Bagwell trying to get out of this, and here comes Kanemoto. Look at that, a drop kick with the man inverted on the turnbuckle like that.
How are we going to explain Nashville, Tennessee, sold-out arena, thousands and thousands of people? How are we going to explain that to Mr. Ono? Why they don't wear shoes?
We don't have to explain it. We don't have to explain anything to him. Only thing he's got to be concerned about is get his 7 guys to show up at Starrcade and go up against our 7 guys. What an event it's going to be, fans, and what great stocking stuffers it would be for your family to realize in 2 days after Christmas they can tune in on pay-per-view and see this event. Or if you live in Nashville, you can get tickets, of course, at the auditorium downtown or all Ticketmaster locations.
And then again, if you live in Nashville or around Nashville, I suggest moving.
I don't. It's a fine city. It's a great place to live, as a matter of fact. I got some very close friends in Nashville, Tennessee, and we look forward to having Starrcade in Nashville for the 2nd year in a row. Here's a pickup, a scoop slam. Ahead of steam, and Otani with a somersault splash. 1, 2, and...
Almost.
That time Bagwell got the right shoulder up in the nick of time. Riggs was going to come in to make a save, but didn't need to. And so far, pretty evenly matched tag team event here.
Oh, I would say the Japanese are ahead on points.
Oh, really? What's the score right now, Mr. Scorekeeper?
Oh, I would have to say around 111-3.
Oh, really?
It's close.
Okay. Here's a whip into the near side ropes. Otani trying to drop kick. That tied it up on the scoreboard. It's 111-111 right now. Give him 108 points for missing that drop kick.
No, you don't get that many. It's 63.
Here's a tag made, and here comes Riggs. Riggs with a big right hand to Otani.
See, he wastes so much time, though.
Oh, Otani goes down hard from Riggs. Riggs picks him back up, shoots him into the corner. Otani with a tremendous move.
Look at that.
What a move it was. And a drop kick.
Honey, we're going down the Bemis.
Sure,
We're not going to be able
Otani
to beat these guys.
with a spectacular move. And now Kanemoto up on top. Kanemoto with a moonsault, and that one was on target.
But he's not going for the pin.
He's going for a submission hold on the leg, and he's got it. There's not much he can take of that. Can Scotty Riggs? Riggs may be hurt, and the Japanese team of Otani and Kanemoto get a win.
Very, very impressive.
And Shinjiro Otani.
And they're adapting to the American ways. They're showboating. They're letting the world know the Japanese are here and they want to become champions at anyone's expense. Speaking of expense, I've got to talk to him about that flight.
Sonny Ono.
Ah, yes, Mr. Ono.
And 2 of his men. You like that, don't you?
What a gracious man. I mean, when you sit one-on-one with him and shoot the breeze.
Did you give any of his money back since the deal fell through that you didn't own anyway?
Well, you don't know what money transpires.
It's a negotiable
bond.
It's a yes or no question. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Look at
the
these
American
cheeks.
males. The American males trying to get some payback here now.
Oh, come on. You lost the match, so walk out of the ring like a man. Walk out of the ring with your head held high. I'd never do a thing like that, attack a man after I was beaten. If I was beaten, I'd have stood up, put my hand out and say, you are the better man.
Of course you would. The winners of the match, Otani and Kanemoto.
then I'd get this chair. And he turned his back and
Would
stepped
you
through the
stop?
rope and waffle him.
Back with more after this, fans.
Okay, we're back on WCW Prime as we kick off 1996. Chris Cruz and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and Dusty so powerful, so dominating these New Japan Pro Wrestlers, and there he is, Shinjiro Otani, accompanied by Sonny Ono. And there's Sonny Ono. What are they clapping for? Who's he clapping to? Well, that's just they happy. You know, they're very happy people and great athletes, as you said, they dominated. I don't know if the word for it. They don't dominate the big stars. Bottom line is right here that Bart Sawyer, the Sawyer is really geared up, and he got the Prime Arena ready. Let's see if he can back it up right now. We got cameramen everywhere, as you see right there.
I'm telling you, we have got all the angles covered, no doubt about that. And Shinjiro Otani now moves behind with a waistlock. Bart Sawyer himself tries to roll up Otani. Otani is in a rope.
I love it right before we go on the air. You know, before we go on the air, when Diane gets all the cameramen and give them their speech, she got that riding crock in one hand, standing on that box in front of them.
Riding crock, like a crock pot? You mean crock?
No, a riding crock like Hitler used to have.
A crock?
Yeah.
And you know, I'm starting to think some of our cameramen misbehave just so they can be whipped by her.
Well, she ain't whipped them, she's threatened them.
Yeah, but you hear that smack. Oh, the Mexican arm drag by Bart Sawyer on Shinjiro Otani. And a beautiful drop kick. And a deep arm drag into an arm bar. Nice.
Nice move. Controlling his opponent right there. Started out with a good offensive game plan. Needs to stick with it right now. Get him a big victory right here.
Now the full arm drag and twist. Ooh, Shinjiro Otani.
Quick,
Man.
quick feet.
He just leveled Bart Sawyer. Now a form of a reverse chinlock. And a good old American straight for the eyes, I guess. Snap there, and Sawyer goes over it. And Shinjiro Otani does it again. Oh, Sawyer may be momentarily blinded there. Certainly abrasions around the eyes, no doubt about that. And we are seeing a viciousness here from Shinjiro Otani.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of size, but he possesses so much quickness and a great knowledge of a wrestling hold that he brings with him from the Orient over here to the United States of America right here in the Prime Arena. And another drop kick into the turnbuckle. We have seen in the last few months this used. It had to do some damage to somebody along the line for everybody to be using it, because they get on the grapevine and say, well, that drop kick seems to keep a guy down, knocks his back off, breaks his ribs, and that's what happens. They talk to each other, you know.
And a slap there by Shinjiro Otani. And Bart Sawyer got fired up. Slap me, I'll slap you right back. And then I'll punch you, and I'll punch you again.
Tit for tat.
Now the shove off of Otani, and kind of a looping, swinging. 1, 2, and almost a 3. A looping, swinging clothesline that got Otani down and got him down quickly. Now Bart Sawyer with an elbow. Yes, nice. And he quickly goes for the cover. Dusty, as your colleague, the living legend Larry Zbyszko, has pointed out, a wrestling match only 3 seconds away from being over, and this is a bulldog, and this could be the 3 seconds that Bart Sawyer needs and wants. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, no. Otani rolls up.
He's your colleague, too, you know.
Yes, he is. I'm just not at your level or at his level. I'm just an announcer. I'm not a former world heavyweight champion. Oh, and it looks like Otani meant to do that.
Look at this shot.
Certainly meant to do that.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's what a beautiful drop kick. And Otani is pleased with himself, but the fans watching here in the Prime Arena, they don't care at all.
Well, Sawyer's kind of out there on his feet. I mean, from that drop kick right there, you see Otani going to the top now. And, wow, what a move.
Almost a Frankensteiner, and that's going to do it. 1, 2, and 3. He hugs the ankle. Shinjiro Otani in basic black, representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, is getting a couple of cauliflower ears there in the process.
Oh, missing some teeth, too.
Rather scary there. We'll see it again, how Shinjiro Otani dispatched with Bart Sawyer here on the Prime.
Well, Shinjiro Otani, Bart Sawyer had a good offensive game plan, but right here he got some of them kicks. That really took a lot out of him right there. And this drop kick from the rope took the wind out of him, set him up on top, and used that a portion of the Frankenstein and wheel, but brought him down, hugged that old leg. He's already out there. Don't need even covering, but he does. 1, 2, 3, and Shinjiro Otani takes the victory home to New Japan Pro Wrestling right here on WCW.
Prime and my man Chris Cruz.
And when we come back, we'll see that Johnny B. Bad really knows how to treat a woman well. Her name is Kimberly.
WCW Worldwide Wrestling, Tony Schiavone joined this week. Good to have you with us, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And it's our second title match. This is for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. And Dream, as you know, recently in Japan, the tournament concluded with Otani winning the championship, but now he must face this man, a man who lost in 2 matches. In the double elimination tournament, was knocked out Dean Malenko.
Well, you know, when we witnessed them things, and Tony, I had told you about, I thought they both were major upsets, because I picked this guy to go in and win this thing. Otani, now, is a guy I hadn't seen a lot of tape on. When we go back and we study and say, we got Otani coming in to take a hardcore look at what he's doing. But he won that cruiserweight title. So many guys in this weight class at WCW where the big boys play. This matchup here, I think, will highlight Worldwide Wrestling today, because these two guys, they have wrestled before. So forget about the 2 losses, is what I'm saying. He could win this thing right here on Worldwide.
There he is, the first ever WCW Cruiserweight Champion, Shinjiro Otani. And
say that again.
Shinjiro Otani.
Yeah, send me 2 hot toddies without, and don't take the olives out of them.
So Otani making his way, and I tell you, it was a highly contested tournament.
Yes.
Defeated Brad Armstrong in the final matchup, and now against Dean Malenko.
That was a surprise, not to take it away from Brad Armstrong, for him to make it to the final.
Right.
And what an upset that would have been. That would have been a shot heard around the world. There you see, cruiserweight title. What a matchup. Can't wait for this thing. Slamboree is here on us. The lethal lottery. Foes against foes, brothers against brothers. I guarantee you they're going to get down Sunday.
Look at this beginning strategy by Otani. The chant of USA here at the Disney MGM Studios Worldwide Arena.
Throwed him off a little bit.
Yeah, he just takes a step back and stays outside. So it should be a great matchup between these 2 fine athletes. Our fans who saw Starrcade of 1995 in Nashville, Tennessee, look at that head scissors, saw Otani as part of the World Cup of Wrestling. So he has been over here before, but now it's a champion. Dean Malenko, you can better believe you can see it in his face how focused he is for this matchup.
Dean Malenko, all business. Takes that business approach. Ain't nothing fancy about him. Don't care about music when it comes out. Bottom line is he's got a focused game plan, and that's what he tries to do. You see them maneuvers now. They're jockeying for position. Both of them getting behind, rolling over, getting leg holds and leg drops and going ahead and ripping on somebody here. But you will see a lot of mat wrestling right here by 2 of the greatest.
Malenko comes out of that with a...
Trying to break his ankle.
That's right, single leg pickup. And Otani trying to get out of that. Malenko.
Well, he sat down on that ankle right there real good, but changed his game plan. Got him up right here, get him off his feet. Want to get him where he can put him down. Nice reversal, both of them. Whoa!
Back to a full Nelson, tumbles through the backside. There he goes. Well, that elbow shot him in the jaw. Up on top is Otani. Out of a crucifix, and arm drags him down. Whoa, Malenko hit the ropes hard.
Yeah, well, right there, he went for the ropes, and he's seen an opportunity to dart off of them ropes. Caught his foot on Otani's foot, and caught that second rope right in the mush right there. Otani now starting to turn up the heat a little bit here on Worldwide.
Malenko made a mistake, hit the rope. Sonny Ono there behind him, encouraging. Now Otani to continue this onslaught, and the referee now moves Otani back to the center of the ring.
Well,
good move by the referee.
Yeah, Sonny Bono wants him to take advantage. I'm talking about Otani wanting to go ahead and push the offensive mode on this thing just a little bit, but got caught right there where Malenko went out, kind of regrouped, come back in, caught him in the gut. Belly welly, if you will. Big slam by Dean Malenko.
Pushes him down, lateral press, and got a 2 count that time. And reverse chin lock to Dean Malenko, slowing the pace down here against Otani. Cruiserweight division, first time we have seen this title defended here in the United States. As a matter of fact, it is Otani's first title defense.
Yes, it is. And he had a good start, but right now Malenko has turned up the wick just a little bit on the candles. You know what I'm talking about. Otani now doing some unorthodox move for him.
Neck vice applied.
The what?
Across the rope and pulling down on the head.
The neck vice.
Neck
that was
vice.
Good because I didn't know what it was. That's why I said unorthodox. But you went ahead and put neck vice in there.
Neck vice. There you go. In the corner. Malenko. How about that? Using the middle turnbuckle to propel himself for a drop kick in the back of the noggin.
Otani moved out the way and thought he was out of arm. Wait, got him right here.
1, 2, and... Did he? No, he did not get him.
Yeah, and that was one of the only aerial moves so far that Malenko had used when you talk about that second turnbuckle right there, and he seems to really now have the momentum in his favor.
Into the corner reversal, ducking down or turning over the top. Otani, right hand, top of the head, forearm shot.
Up
He's
top.
up on top.
Oh, brother, he hooked him. That's it. Otani, it's over.
1, 2, and...
Whoa! No, sir, baby. No, sir. I like it.
What a spectacular move by Otani, and Malenko got out of it. Full Nelson, dragon suplex, 1, 2, he's out of that as well.
Well, he had two occasions to put him away, and both of them fell by the wayside right here. Dean Malenko needs to regroup. Otani had it twice. You see what he said right there? I'm getting ready to put him away.
Spin wheel kick missed. Malenko on his feet. To the gut. Scoop slam.
Whoa.
Otani's up on top.
Hook
He
him.
rolls Malenko up. 1, 2, and no, sir. He got out of that as
Wow,
well.
unbelievable. 3 times. Try to put him away. Put him right on the shoulder right there. One up again. Full Nelson.
Trying to go
Reversal.
for it. Standing switch. Nicely done. Otani elbowed him in the mouth, and they kicked him in the midsection to get him down. And now Otani. High-risk maneuver here.
Well, he better be careful right here. A lot riding on this thing. A lot riding on this.
The Cruiserweight champion is up, and he's back down. Caught by Malenko.
Oh, hooks him up.
Texas Clover.
Yes.
He's got him. He's got him. In the Clover Leaf.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and new WCW Cruiserweight Champion, the man of 1,000 holds, Dean Malenko.
That was spectacular. We have a new Cruiserweight champion of the world.
And you've seen it right here on Worldwide where the big boys play. What an unbelievable match and a spectacular move when he hooked him into the Texas Cloverleaf. Son of Ono standing there with his mouth hanging wide open. Dean Malenko, the new Cruiserweight champion.
Let's take a look at our Pit Boys Power Pin of the Week.
Wow. Wow. You talk about Pit Boys. This will get you up right here on Worldwide. I've seen it all right here. First title defense. Puts him in the Texas Cloverleaf. Otani had 3 occasions to beat him. Never did. Malenko, new champion.
Pep Boys, America's automotive superstore. Everything but gas, a new champion.